I told you, you're getting Zen Joe today. I will not raise my voice, nor will I lead this world top charting podcast with Giants talk. I will not do it.
Yeah.
I will put my foot down.
Okay. Moving right along.
Let's talk Verzuz.
There we go.
Come on.
All right, so we're we going to start with the apology to Ish first, or who we apologizing to first?
We got to apologize to Ja first.
Okay, we do
First and
Ja.
foremost.
Okay, yes.
No question.
His name is not Ja anymore.
Explain.
What's his name?
No, it's not yet. He's on his way to being Jadakiss.
No way.
One more. He gets one more. He's Jadakiss.
Don't do that.
Ish,
Don't do that.
don't ever.
That was just
Please leave
not
the hip hop
disrespect.
stuff to
Don't-
us.
yeah.
No, nigga.
Uncle Ish.
I'm 45.
Yeah, but don't
I
do
predicted Ja to win. Y'all
Okay.
niggas went Fat Joe.
that. No, I went Jadakiss, and I was
Nigga,
right.
You went Fat Joe twice.
I said Jadakiss first.
On
and
this
I was right.
platform.
On this platform.
You said Ja. Joe. Pardon me. Anyway,
Yeah, I said Jadakiss.
and go ahead. Get
Wait,
on his
what?
props.
You want me to kick myself in the ass because I picked Fat Joe? I'm not here to do that.
I didn't say that at all.
I don't think this is not an embarrassing moment for me. I couldn't be
not.
happier to be wrong.
Right.
I could not be happier
That's what I
to
keep
be
saying.
wrong about my prediction. Some of y'all out there are trying to kick me in my ass talking about Joe just never do the Verzuz talk. Again, you're always wrong. Whoa, what podcast you listening to? I've been wrong 3 times. This shit is over a year in. They got over 20 joints. And still I feel like I could have put together a better Fat Joe playlist
Absolutely.
you did.
than he did.
You did.
Absolutely.
Like, I lost for all the reasons that I anticipated being right. I predicted Fat Joe to be the more prepared, more meticulous, more invested performer here.
I did.
So while I thought he would, of course, lose the hit battle,
Of course.
I thought the longevity would play a part. Fat Joe was. I thought the OG status would play a part. We don't normally typically see the OG lose on a Verzuz. I just thought a lot of things would come from Fat Joe's side that never came.
Yeah.
And Ja, on the other hand, no way on earth did I think he was great enough to have an amazing fantasy football team that he just drafted a week ago. Because you know how invested you got to be to really. We're in a team of sharks. We're in a league of sharks. Like, niggas is on waiver wire paying it. Niggas is friends with the players in the NFL. Like, you're not understanding the level of how much invested and how invested you have to be. And Ja is always good in this league. No way I thought he would be prepared for Verzuz.
He
I
sounded
meant
way
that.
too comfortable when he talked to him, too. He sounded way too comfortable.
Like
I thought he sounded like a nigga ready to just get his ass whipped. But no. Don't you know no good?
he learned you something.
Don't you? And I couldn't be happier. Ja looked more prepared. He had a better game plan. He looked like he was calling audibles, able to adjust on the fly. It didn't seem like Fat Joe did the same.
That was my favorite part, right?
I thought that Fat Joe should have.
I'm watching Ja in the back talk to the DJ.
No, the DJ's asking him on a close-up, like, yo, what you want next? Like, what we doing
I
next?
love, like,
Yes.
I've been saying for the longest.
That's dope.
That's what I like. That's what I originally liked about Verzuz.
That nigga's up there with a marker scratching
Yeah.
off shit. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, you gonna hit me with that? All right, hit him with this.
Right.
And the other thing was, Fat Joe tried to joke his way through it,
He tried.
but every joke, Ja had a rebuttal.
he tried the
He did.
Dipset.
He
He
did.
tried the Dipset thing.
Yeah.
He tried to lock.
Yeah, he did.
No, he tried the Dipset.
He went to that formula a little
He
too
went
hard.
to that.
probably.
And but
Yo, start
he was
with the-
prepared for everything you said. It was like I had your entire playbook.
No, I know
knew what
everything
you were
you're
gonna
gonna say. I know everything you're gonna say. I've been hearing it for the last 15 years. You can't say nothing.
Even when
new.
you brought your line out about yesterday's hits is not today's hits, he's like, you're right.
These is
Yesterday's
classics.
hits is today's classics. Like,
Yeah.
he shut down every little line you could have said to him.
Fam, the nigga won an award. He said you getting bodied by a singer nigga. Like, everything that you already had in the tuck, I knew it was coming. I had a reply for it. Now let's get down to business.
Well, not for nothing, Ja's been hearing these jokes for fucking
That's my
15
point.
years. So
All the 50 Cent little jabs, I've
Yeah.
heard them already.
yeah,
You can't say much. I've heard them all. Let's get down to this music, though.
yeah.
We were wrapping up the last pod. We were recording on the same night as the Verzuz. And in my head, I just didn't know I don't know how many more New York Versuses there are out there.
Yeah, probably
Right?
not a ton.
Like just totally.
I
New
feel
York.
like there may have been some mistakes, not mistakes, but matchup mismatches here and there. Like maybe it should have been Banks against Fab.
That's what I originally
Maybe
said.
it should have been Nelly against Ja.
That would have made probably more sense.
That's what I said.
Yeah, maybe it should have been Fat Joe against someone else. So
It should have been.
But that's versus and how they doing it is how they doing it. They got shit to do now, so you got to get shit done. But because of that thinking, I was like, you know what, man, let's gotta pass versus to go home. Let's try to go to versus. So we get tickets to the versus, all of us, and we go to versus like a family. But we're running late. Like we just finished recording. And now we're just out and about. You got your beautiful wife with you. Like, now it's like a night, right? And because it's a night, we walk in, they give us a little hassle at the front. You know, you got to be vaccinated, show your vax card. Then our tickets were at Will Call, but Will Call was closed.
Yeah.
So it was just a little bit going on to get in. But we got in, we stopped at the bar, got some juice, got some liquid, some nourishment for our bodies. The show started at 9. We're running a tad bit late, but that's okay. I hear the patrons coming from the audience, and I hear music. They're telling me FloJo is on. Damn it, I'm missing FloJo. But, boy, am I happy that he started with FloJo.
Yeah.
What a great opening record.
Yeah.
It tells me Fat Joe is about to play all of that shit that maybe some of the casual fans don't know about. And if you was outside, and if that energy is present, and if it's 100, 1,000, 5, 10,000 Spanish niggas that stab niggas up in that building, I could see this being the Bronx version of Dipset Locks. I picture that in my head. But I'm getting my cranberry, pineapple, and orange, and I'm flirting with the 60-year-old white bartender. You guys with me?
She was
Wasn't-
literal.
wasn't-
Shout out
He's
to
not
her.
joking.
wasn't she
He's
a
not joking.
sweetheart?
Literally.
No, I'm telling him he's not joking.
Yeah, no, I'm serious. I'm giving you guys detail, but detail for detail. That's why I'm glad we all went like a family, so we could do this like a family, right?
that's a lot of fun.
And FloJo must have went off at some point.
Now it was. We came out while FloJo was. Nah, we came out.
No.
No.
It was- we were
FloJo.
walking
No,
to it. It was
FloJo went off. I know. Because as we were walking, the building began to shake. I spilled juice.
As you're prone to do.
No, but I was walking like my straightest.
It was the building shaking.
The building started shaking.
Because you heard what?
In my head, I'm thinking, the hell's going on in here? I couldn't make it out. My juice just kept. It was doing this, and as I got closer, it was like this. That's how I heard it through the wall. Look, listen to it. Nigga, my juice was all over my outfit. I slapped myself in the fucking face. I'm just coming from the pod saying that no way Ja Rule knows how to put together the fire Ja Rule said. He gonna come in and try to hit you to death. Fam. And then I got closer, and we got in there. It was like, it was clear. Oh, shit. It was clear. It was this. We had just played this.
Yeah.
I didn't think Ja would play this.
Open it up with it.
I didn't even think Ja remembered that he was on this. Dog. Oh, come on. Let me give it to him. Whoa. Fuck.
Strong.
I'm looking at
Strong first punch.
I'm looking at Fat Joe's army jacket lining. Different a little bit when you got to stand across from that song
and
one.
Ja was in fatigues too.
No, Ja looked like he came for.
He was in the olive green joint, cargo joints.
Yeah.
He looked like he was also ready for war.
Okay. Yes. But no.
But different. Yeah.
But different, yeah.
Yeah.
Fat Joe had 100 million chains on. We seen that shit from the popcorn stand in the back. Fat Joe had on
UTS piece.
top,
That shit was huge.
bottom, black t-shirt, towering still at 50 years old over Ja Rule, reminiscent of every Terror Squad Fat Joe story you've ever heard in your life. The optic of this was, OG time is about to happen. For me, anyway. For me, it was, OGing is definitely about to occur with, I thought Gucci Man Jeezy was about to happen all over again. Couldn't have been more wrong.
But
Once Ja played this song one always tell you where they going.
Yeah.
It tell you the headspace that they in.
hey,
And
Joe,
by then, I felt like some audibles needed to be called
Indeed.
From track one. Yeah.
from track one.
Yeah.
hey, just what you mean Gucci Mane Jeezy all over again?
Jeezy has way more hits than Gucci Mane.
Okay.
But Gucci Mane's presence, what he means to the city, the mixtapes, the street records, some of the records that didn't go national, the presence of them had a lot of people saying, oh, Gucci won that battle. I don't care what song Jeezy played right there. That's what happened.
I disagree, but okay.
Well, you would.
No, I'm not even talking about from the Jeezy. I'm saying the people that told me I don't want to keep going back to that battle, it was because he got up there and disrespected him like that. We cared more about that than the music, not necessarily the
Totality for me. It's all of that.
I'm saying for you, I'm telling you, majority of the people, all they took from that was we smoking on your dead homie. That was the moment. It don't care what you played. Wasn't about your hits. Wasn't about none of your records.
You say that, but he had to stand there and play 20 of his records. And against Young Jeezy, that should be a tall task when you're playing mixtape records.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody out there said, oh shit, this song where he's just going crazy and dissing nigga and disrespecting everybody is harder than whatever that hit is. Now, I feel like Jeezy won. But the mere fact that a conversation's to be had is what I mean, and I thought that Fat Joe would be able to pull that off. His catalog and all the different places he can go said to me,
Strong.
and he got enough hits to where you could balance this out.
Mm-hmm.
If right after FloJo, What's Love comes on, this is different. But Fat Joe stuck to whatever his game plan was, which was, I'm going to get my B joints, my B and C records out early. Yeah. And Ja clearly said, nah, I'm playing hits early.
Well, Ja also has
Ja-
a bigger hand
Yeah.
of hits.
Yeah.
He's got more
I
spades.
can play
In the
hits
second
every other
half
round
of,
if I
but
want.
in the second half of Ja's 10, there were a few that were not.
For sure.
There were a few that
No.
you hear.
In the beginning of his second 10.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were the, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yes. Yes.
And
You
remember-
could tell that those
said
are the
that.
records
And I said
that probably would have gone in the first 10 if not for the hits that he put it on me in the first 10.
This the problem. And to me, Ja got hood staples, and then he has top 100 hits.
And his top
Everybody
100 hits are still kind of
are
hood records.
still, yeah, but
like
they
the hood
hit,
chicks love
yeah,
them.
like yo. So again, I don't think Joe could have won. He could have made it more even. He
Nah,
could have made
I'm not doing that.
Joe's set.
Joe swung back, man.
No,
Joe
listen.
swung back with what he could.
Joe Budden's
Oh.
set of Fat Joe records.
Uh-huh.
We've heard it for 2 days.
Right.
I was like, eh. And I came in here and retracted. I said, yo, Josh still going to win, but it's going to be close. And initially I said 13-7.
Yeah.
Then I pulled it back based off of Joe's set that he was playing of Fat Joe shit. I was like, damn, I forgot that. Damn, I forgot
See,
that.
that's why I said Fat Joe.
Fat Joe didn't play none of
I
that.
expected that to happen.
Right.
Fat Joe
Because that's
didn't play none
happened
of
all
that.
the other battles that I've clearly say somebody's about to get washed on. The other person will play some shit that had me like, damn, I forgot. Oh,
Now,
you know what? I forgot.
When I got there and Ja went to the gutter first,
Yeah.
I knew it was over.
That's
because
when it's
it's
bad news.
over
Bad
because
news.
now I'm going to the gutter and I'm scoring. I'm hitting you down in the body, boop, 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 and I'm
Right.
scoring. So now when I start aiming at your head with the Ashantis, with all that other shit,
Yeah.
you out of here.
See, I expected Fat Joe to know that if Ja Rule go in his gutter bag, it ain't gonna be but it murdergram and it's murder.
Right.
Those are the two you have to watch for. If you can successfully counter those, then Fat Joe is in a great spot. Let me tell y'all all the rounds that I think Fat Joe should have won that he didn't.
Actually, before you do that, if you don't mind,
I don't.
I think that part of the issue here is that Joe was leading off the first half. So, and he was going gutter first half. And then that leaves Ja open to counter it with a better gutter.
And I was just getting ready to say,
I
and
agree.
the
I
other
agree.
problem with that is I think Joe had his set list.
He did.
I agree.
This is the records we playing.
He did.
He didn't deviate from that at all. He didn't talk to the DJ like,
Nope.
yo, you know
Every
what?
time
All
Fat
right,
Joe played a
damn, he
record-
came back with this.
You're right.
All right, you know what? Let me Scratch that. Don't.
But
play
when
this
you're
record,
leading
let's
off,
play
you
another.
gotta
Listen,
be ready.
Yeah, but you can still.
When you
if,
lead
if I
off,
lead off, and
you
then
got to play a record to move one of your records.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Right.
when Fat Joe was getting in, listen, I didn't like his sequencing. I didn't like the execution of his game plan, but I still felt like he had enough in the toolbox to where I was still keying with the Spanish niggas still. Y'all seen me?
Yeah.
We was having a blast. Hey, hola, gracias, teammate. We was chilling.
But after a minute, them niggas start jawing too. Even the Spanish
And then they
niggas
started
start
looking at
jawing.
me, just assuming that I was going for Ja, and that didn't feel the safest. I made it. No, I'm going for Joe. No, I'm rooting for Fat. No. I just left. I just recorded a pod. I said, Fat Joe. It's not me, guys. Right? The energy started to change in there a little bit. Listen. Oh shit, we missed Fat Joe Loki. See? Oh, maybe we missed another record.
No.
Cool.
They.
Oh, Loki. That's the name.
Yeah,
Got it.
that's
That's when we
It's murder. You supposed to lose that.
keep going.
But he could have won if he wanted to.
He couldn't.
Sure he could.
Ja went second.
Yeah,
He couldn't
you
win.
can't- yeah, you can't. That's what I'm saying. Starting with
Couldn't
the gutter,
win.
playing first.
You play
that's tough.
FloJo. You play FloJo. If I was Ja, when he would have played FloJo.
Okay, so if I'm going first, I'm not playing FloJo first. I'm
No.
playing all I do is win.
Yeah, yeah,
Then
Now what you gonna do?
right.
I'll come back with Can I Get Her if I'm Ja.
Good. And now we got a good round.
Let's
Right.
dance, nigga. Yeah.
But FloJo against this murder, I don't think is a contest. And y'all know I love FloJo.
You do.
My Lifestyle is one of his joints. It shouldn't have been right after FloJo. That is not gonna beat Can I Get a what?
Even if you don't know what Ja's playing.
You shouldn't
You
play My
shouldn't-
Lifestyle
right,
after that.
Right.
Especially going first.
Correct.
Find out, paper touching remix. Let me just go through his joints. And then by the time we get to Annie Up all the way up, John Blaze shouldn't have been there right there, but that's fine. By the time you get into this run, all I do is win up before Switch comes on. The building is already looking at this battle away.
Well,
we in the building.
I'm looking at the
Song
battle a different.
five.
Wait.
I
I'm
don't
looking
even-
at the battle a little different when you bring. Okay, I like Remy doing Pun's verse in deep cover. I like that.
I did too. It brought energy.
Dope.
I like that.
Dope.
Andy up? No,
Fam.
Annie Up what?
Y'all going too far.
she shouldn't have been. She shouldn't have been doing Andy up. This is
Son,
not.
You're
This is
saying
not
she
Fat Joe and
shouldn't have-
Friends.
She shouldn't have been
verse?
able to perform Annie Up
No.
in a verses.
Correct. In this verses, correct.
See, I disagree.
disagree with that.
I disagree with that too. But
How do y'all disagree with
You
that? This
going
is Fat
too-
Joe versus Ja Rule.
so you going too far to me. When that
I won't
nigga,
be mad at that. That's really his
Yeah.
artist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I understand your point.
He needed to.
I'm
I
neutral
need,
in
when,
this.
like when it's me versus you, it's either the records you wrote, you produced, you rapped on, you.
Yeah, but if
not
I'm
somebody that you put on.
But if I'm not mad at Soulja Boy playing the same record 5 times, which I wasn't, I loved it. Like if I got 12 hits, I wasn't mad at Monica playing the Who Shot You remix and her verses. Like if I got 12, 13 hits, fam, do what
And-
you got to do for the other
Yeah.
7.
And you
Like,
said.
I don't mind that.
Me personally, we could.
You said you wouldn't have been mad if the Locks bought Mace out.
Well, they on records together.
You get what I'm saying? No, I'm just saying this.
Correct.
Y'all went too far to me. When that nigga played Can I Get Her, we looked at each other like, whoa. We 3 in. Then that nigga played Murdergram. He said, yo, you forgetting. I'm one of the 3.
Yeah.
He told the nigga, yo, I'm one of the 3. And we know who the other 2 are. It was over, right?
Well, when Murdergram was recorded, he was 100% one of
definitely
the 3. Number 1 and number 2. We don't pay that lineup enough attention. DMX, Hove, and Ja Rule early when they're all in
In the
competition.
90s, yes.
that was fire.
Like for those, and I hate to say this word, but for those 3 hit makers, yuck, to be together on a joint, man.
That's yeah. We forgot that.
And for Ja Rule to still deliver the amount of hits that he delivered, being probably the 3rd behind Hove and
DMX.
X.
Yeah. That speaks volumes, fam.
Yeah, I don't know
We
why
We
y'all.
ain't give him his crap. Yo, keep it
Hey,
real.
don't say we. It was y'all, them, somebody. It was never Joe.
That nigga Ja Rule was something. And, like, he don't really be getting the props because of whatever happened with the 50 Cent and all that shit. That
There's
nigga
a bunch of shit
that nigga Ja Rule was a staple in hip hop, if not the guy in the 2000s.
Absolutely.
I agree.
And bigger than hip hop. He was a pop staple too.
Exactly.
Bro, he was in movies. He was Ja was
Like, yo, niggas wasn't really giving him his just due.
No doubt.
Going into this battle. Like,
Yeah, between the 50 shit and then the Fire Festival shit,
All
like
of that, yeah.
which it's terrible that he got like a bad rep.
but again, dog,
He got hits though. You can undeniable.
You don't say.
Yeah.
Yo,
the problem is, and it's the same thing that happens with anybody. Once they are, and I say these fickle fans, when I say they, once they off you,
they off you. That's true.
no, not just that they off you, they'll rewrite everything you ever did.
Yeah, they'll write you off.
You
period.
was
Yeah.
never hot. Like, you bring up, prior to this versus, you bring Ja name up now. I mean, prior to this versus, you bring Ja name up, he's getting no props.
Yeah, he's not.
Even for the run.
For our age group, he would. But for
not what he
niggas
should
that's
get.
30,
Not what he should get.
Niggas
not
that's
even in our
30
age group
and
what
under.
he should get.
Nah, 30 and under, niggas not gonna know.
The girls know. They do.
It was women sitting behind us that was in their 50s. Quoting every
Oh, no
line, my nigga. Every fucking line.
That was the other
Did
thing.
Ja Rule? I thought it came on. I don't see it on this list. Did I Shot You come on?
You mean Fat Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah, it did come on. I don't remember
I don't see it
where,
on this
though.
list.
It was early though. It was before.
It was early.
Yeah, it was.
I don't see it here. That's all.
It was early.
It might have been with the My Lifestyle. I forgot.
Yeah, he did play.
He did a couple joints where he put
two
two songs.
He put and it was
early on.
It wasn't.
But that was also you shouldn't have done that. You know what I'm saying?
He needed to.
Yeah, I was gonna say he kind of had to.
He needed to, bro. By round 4, the weight was like this,
And I think he knew it.
and he knew that. And then by round 8, it was like, yo, chill. This is not even fair. Like, this is watching Floyd versus Arturo
Fam,
Gotti. Like, he's beating his ass.
Put it on me. Round 8 and brought
That's
out
when it was. That's
Lil
when
Mo
it was. Yeah. No.
and Vita.
Fam.
That was
In
the
round
that was
8,
the turning point.
That's
for
when
me.
I tweeted right then. I said, "Yo, my bad, y'all." Like,
Yo,
I don't need.
the roof damn near came off the building. When Vita ran
did.
out that bitch, the roof
did.
came off the building.
For Vita.
yes.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
That
It
shit,
was.
the roof
I-
came
and I was
off.
happy to see her.
We was
Me
like,
too.
oh, this. Yo,
Yeah, nah, we
looked
was
at-
bugging.
We like, yo, stop.
Me and this should be looking at each other like, we gotta stop doing this shit. We looked at each other like, oh, we can't be going crazy for Vita, yo.
Yo,
Yes, you can.
nah.
Yeah, you can.
fuck that. Yes,
it was
you
a
can.
moment. It was a
'Cause
moment.
Yes, you
told-
can. That's
he
a
told-
moment.
I wanna
This
get
nigga
your shit
said, yo,
off.
I
But
got
I have a
friends
question
too.
I want to ask y'all now.
Okay.
The nigga said, yo, I got friends too. Mo comes out.
Oh, because
Niggas knew Mo. I forgot. I really did. When Vita ran out that bitch, the crowd lost their minds.
well, when
my
Remy came out because this happened before when Remy came out and did the pun record, crowd went crazy.
They went nuts.
It was like, ooh, that's a moment.
a go.
He's back in here, and
Because
then
we
he
even
brought out
talked about
Remy
it.
looked
We was
great,
wondering. We
too.
were like, yo, if he
Remy looked
played
amazing.
twins, like, damn, who would do? That would be ill. Have somebody do pumps first.
I was just
Yeah.
so happy to see my sister on stage. Listen, I don't want to talk about her because you'll never get a unbiased review of Remy from me.
She did great, man.
Now,
She
looked
looked
she
great.
killed it.
I
though.
was
She
just
looked
happy to see her.
But she killed it.
To be able to do that, have the breath control to
Yeah.
do it. Then she Instagrammed that he just asked her that the night before. That's no small task.
Hell no.
A big pun verse, that verse in particular.
Right.
Dead in the middle.
And they're going back and forth. Like you gotta,
Did we
you know what I'm
that
saying?
we
You gotta,
did-
when you're doing it back and forth, you gotta not only memorize your spots,
gotta
but you
know
gotta
the whole-
memorize
yeah,
his
you gotta
spots
know his spots.
to know
And
when
to
you're
know when to
coming
stop
back
and
in.
when you coming
And
back
ain't
in.
no chorus shit. Like,
And they dropping the beat on the pun part.
True.
And contrary to popular belief, the dead in the middle of Little Italy part is probably the third or fourth hardest thing to say in whatever that verse is.
Yeah.
When he got in that oodles and noodles and covers and synergy, but whatever that is at the end, I'm not playing it. But
Yeah.
the verse is amazing. So that was great. I thought Fat Joe looked great, sounded great,
did.
his energy was great. But when Ja is that Ja,
Yeah.
it's
Yo,
not too
yo,
many.
but wait,
it's
wait,
not
wait.
too
Time
many.
out too. Yo, rappers, young rappers, if you're gonna rap over your songs, take a note. That motherfucker, he sounded exactly
Hey, dog,
like
he
his
sung-
record.
I was gonna
over
get
the
to
vocal. You couldn't even tell that he was over the
I
vocal.
was gonna get to
at
it.
least where we were at.
No, I was gonna get to it.
in the building. You could not tell that he was rapping over his vocal.
Yo.
because he sounds exactly like that shit.
Ja stage show.
That's
was
impressive.
Crazy.
That's impressive.
And you start talking about breath control. Ja ain't no spring chicken neither. That nigga a little older.
Yeah.
That nigga held his own, yo. His stage show was crazy. He was animated. He was running around. He did all of that shit. Even though he was lip syncing a little bit, it was
Don't
low.
matter.
No, it was low.
Yeah.
So you heard primarily Ja.
Nah,
When we had the Dipset shit, you heard the record.
The record
This shit
was
right
loud.
here, you
motherfuckers
heard
don't
Ja.
sound like that. That's
Yeah.
the thing. Like we as purists, I guess, always get mad at people for rapping over their words because they don't sound like it. So it sounds like a mess.
Yeah.
But when Ja did it,
Ja sounds
and
like
certain
that, for
people,
real.
they sound exactly like the
Him.
record. I don't care. I
When
couldn't
him
even
and
barely tell that
Ashanti-
he was rapping over the song.
When him and Ashanti started ad-libbing, that nigga sounded like Ja.
Yeah.
By song 9, people in the building were texting me saying, Fat Joe probably just don't have the hits to be able to keep up with Ja. And while that's true, I don't think he needed hits to do it. I just think he needed better sequencing.
Mm-hmm.
He needed the ability to change up his game plan in the moment. That's tough to do. In battle rap, let's say that's like the guy that you just rapped your verse and now I'm gonna freestyle the next 8 bars in response to what you just said, and then I'll get into my written verse. Yeah. Some of them make it look effortless. That's a hard skill.
It is.
It is, yeah. I
So
talked
this-
to a couple of battle rappers who told me, they was like, yo, when I write my verse, I'll write and leave 4 bars open just to rebuttal. So you got to know your verse, what you're rebuttaling.
And then jog back into some more
that's
written
just,
shit.
bruh. Yeah, that's just hard.
The ability to construct. Oh, this is more pure shit, but whatever. The ability to be able to construct while your opponent is rapping to you in real time, while the crowd is responding in real time. You know how people turn the music down when they parking? Like the ability to have to get you to only hear your thoughts and still be in the moment and put that together and deliver it in 4 minutes. Fam.
Yeah.
It's tough. So when you see Ja up there talking to the DJ,
This is
That was my,
Spades.
that was my favorite part,
That
yo.
was-
This is Spades. You know what the cards are in the deck.
Yes, that's true.
Right.
you just don't know when they're
You
gonna
don't know
play
when
it.
they're
You don't know when
play.
they're gonna play him, but you got to be
Good
ahead of it.
analogy. Good analogy.
Yeah.
And you got to be ready.
So when
Like
this
he
nigga-
came out leading with like the Jack of Hearts and shit.
No,
Like,
so when this nigga pushes his
And
deuce
he was
of
behind the
diamond,
whole time.
I'm jumping up on the talking to the DJ. As soon as Joe would start playing his record, Ja was next to the DJ like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I kept telling him, like, yo, look.
he
look
was
at it.
ad-libbing, bro. He
As soon as the
wasn't-
song start, I'm
he
going
was
in the back.
ad-libbing.
Yo,
like
nah.
what we got in
Chris
the tuck.
Gotti over there looking cool, calm, and poised. See, that was another sign that shit wasn't going Fat Joe's way. Chris Gotti should have been sweating on the side over there. Ja's DJ is smoking a cigarette, I think, right now. Like,
No, I just think his song selection was off. I think he bought out
see what you saying about Rem? You know, Fat Joe was for his team, so you know
that's true.
he was coming out.
Cool and Dre.
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 That was Dre.
You know, Dre was
From
coming
Dre,
out.
yeah.
I don't think he
But
should have
should
came
he
out.
should
have
not
come out right
That's
there?
no, he shouldn't.
There's
No
no
disrespect to
disrespect to
Dre.
him.
Cool and Dre are
I'm
amazing
going against
producers.
Ja Rule.
I see that he's trying to get into his rap lane.
Well, they got an album they put out.
Yeah, no, and that's great. This is not the time for
This
that.
is
Yeah.
not the place
That's
for
all.
that.
That's all.
That's all.
And I would have expected Fat Joe to know that.
Yeah.
But then you conflicted with who you are. You know Fat Joe gonna put his people on.
Of course, that's what he does.
You know you're gonna perform the single off his album.
Yo,
like,
dog,
that's who he is.
I think he was kind of overconfident.
But I would have been if I was him.
Not
But I
me.
also don't.
Not
I don't
me.
like. I watched his recap shit
Fam,
and
it's
heard what he
Ja
had to say
Rule,
about it.
fam.
He knew going in like I don't really stand a chance here, so I'm just gonna try to make it as entertaining and good of a show as I can.
Really, what I saw him say at the end was, "Yo, call me crazy. I think I won."
Yeah,
No,
but he said
he said that.
Throughout the duration, he
Yeah.
said, "You're getting your
Oh
ass
yeah, no,
whipped
he was
right
in there.
now,
I
John."
don't know what. Listen, this ain't
Well, I
nothing
knew
against
that
Joe.
some of that was.
I don't. Yeah, but he was on stage saying, "Yo, you just played 3 songs. You ain't get no pop from the crowd." And we looking like, what crowd? We in here going nuts.
Yeah, we went nuts.
What are you
I
talking
underestimated that too. Let me apologize to Ja Rule. Boy, was I wrong. I said some of your songs maybe didn't age the greatest. But that wasn't me from my opinion. That was me thinking about what you kids have been saying
Again.
since 50 Cent dissed them.
Yeah, but that's the internet.
But you know what?
yo.
You know what else we missed too,
but,
Joe?
it's before the
kids.
internet too.
Joe, those are
It's-
kids.
But you know what else we missed about
but
that?
hold up real quick. But it's before the internet too. When Ja wrote and released Wonderful as a single with R. Kelly, the public was done with him. There was no internet, and I was in the streets saying, this record's a hit. Why aren't we fucking with? So it's because
it was off
yeah,
already.
some of that now, but it existed
It was the
then
50
too.
shit. It was
Y'all
off
was saying,
already.
who's saying? Somebody saying I'm not.
I was just saying from
Ice.
Joe's recap, he said, I know going into it he had 17 number ones. I don't think he had 17 number ones, 17 top 10s.
Top
but whatever.
10s.
He's like, I knew I was an underdog. No one else wanted to battle Ja. Ja's my brother, so I wanted to battle him. I'm not saying that he was saying that he was saying I won. I think I won. But it sounded like if you infer the other comments that he made, he knew he was in an uphill battle going into it.
Definitely.
That's
not
all
that
I'm saying.
battle. Definitely. I think that.
But Josh records did not age poorly, by the way.
No,
But see,
I think
hold on.
his
So
persona.
to Joe's point, where like you said, them kids would have
kids
us
was,
thinking that.
yeah, the kids. Was
But you know what? Kids wasn't who was in the building.
That's the point. That right there.
Like the kids didn't give a fuck about this.
Yo,
to be honest with you,
I don't even.
This wasn't for them.
And my
You're right.
experience with the kids, I have nieces, nephews. My girl's still in her late 20s. She's got cousins. We go to her parties. They play Ja Rule, and it works. So
First-
when the
first
kids
of-
on the internet say
That is a
Ja
whole-
Rule's a wash, I don't believe it.
That's a whole ass wife you got.
That's true.
yeah.
Yo, but
Yeah.
even
respect
I
for
remember
that.
when
Yeah.
I remember when
Yeah.
Clapback
Don't-
came
I'm still
out.
learning. I'm still learning.
I know it's new. It's new. It's new.
I remember when Clapback came out. It hit in the club.
Uh-huh.
They thought that was going to re-establish him. It didn't.
Yeah. I was
It
never a
didn't.
huge fan of that record.
No, I'm just saying, but it was
love
still a
that
club banger.
Yeah.
It wasn't what they thought it was going to be. So he kind of fell by wayside. Dog, this nigga had a run.
Yeah.
And it showed.
Yeah.
So and the people in the building that bought tickets were of our age group.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fat Joe not playing the Lean Back remix is a travesty. There's nothing to say about it. That is a travesty. I know he played Lean Back. I understand. I'm saying play both. I'm saying that as the guy that was happy that Soulja Boy did what he did. I understand if your strategy is different and you feel like
Well, do half of
that should have come on.
Did y'all have a problem with him playing the pun record?
No,
I didn't
No,
either.
not at all.
he should have played more.
I agree.
He should have played more pun records.
And Terror Squad and
That's what I thought he would
Well, see,
do.
I thought he was gonna get some Terror Squad records.
thought
I
he
had a
would've
problem
went-
with the pun record personally. I did.
why?
Again, same, just like
Same
what Josh
theory.
said. Yo, it has to be you. It got to be something you.
Out of 20 joints, pun is the pun. Pun is pun, right?
I delivered
I'm
pun
gonna-
here.
Yes.
I paid for this record.
I would have played. You could catch me in that cherry web. I would have had. Yo, all them Spanish niggas that was around us was supposed to jump us when Donnell Jones came on.
Yeah. That's a fact, though.
Are you? Yo, everybody put a light up in it. Sight. Fam, Fat Joe was supposed to put.
Yo,
I
this
just
nigga's
knew he was gonna do that.
Yeah, he was supposed to do a big pun set.
a cherry.
Yo.
Hold
I
up.
disagree.
All right,
I
all
disagree.
No,
I disagree with
listen,
that, yo.
I think one. I don't think he should have flooded us with
No, he
pun
shouldn't.
records. I think he should have played the one that he played. I wasn't mad at him playing the one that he played. I don't give a fuck.
Or he should have done one of them.
And the same
one
way
of them-
Josh said it.
But he
Same
should've done
way he
one-
was putting his records together. Why wasn't there a pun medley?
That's what I was gonna say. He should have done a round where it was just 3 pun
Dog.
records.
Ja Rule's supposed to have to stand in front of this.
Yeah.
I don't. This is my artist.
But he was ready for
This
it.
is his last single before he died. Nah.
No, he
No.
was ready for it, but what he said, when Josh said,
he said it.
yeah, he was like, niggas ain't your record. He was like, yeah, but I produced. He said, producing mean you push the button.
said, you ain't
You
producing.
Yo,
push no
bullshit.
button.
Ice, let me
Then
tell
he
you this.
said,
Let me tell you this. Hold
I
up.
executive produced it then.
Let me tell you this. Had had Fat Joe done It's So Hard the way it was supposed to be done, it's nothing for Ja Rule to do but shut the fuck up. Anything you say in response is in bad taste now. You're going to stand there and salute Big Pun like I am and like this whole building is, and then play your record.
That's true.
He was doing the alley-oops, leaving it to where Ja Rule could just slam dunk the shit, same as Dipset and the Locks. But this light should have went off in that building.
Lighters up.
Remy, everybody, it should have been a unified ode to Big
celebration.
Pun from
Yeah,
hip
I
hop
agree.
and versus our biggest hip hop
Rican
platform.
flags in the back, all
yeah,
that.
come on, them
Yeah.
niggas. Yeah, Ice tapped me in the building. Yo, every Spanish dude I see in here look like they stabbed somebody on the way here.
On the way there. I'm
And
talking
they
about, yo, look at
did.
these niggas, yo. This nigga cut
A
somebody
few of them
walking
is my
in here.
niggas. A few
Yo.
of them is from old X-Bar days. Like,
Yo.
you niggas. I'm like, oh, shit.
he-
Yo, I'm old. I'm cool with some niggas I should not be cool with. I don't notice it till I go out.
Nah, and that would have won the crowd.
Yeah.
It just
He
would
would've-
have
he
it would
would've-
have changed
it would've-
momentum
it
a
would've changed the
little
momentum.
bit.
Absolutely.
You still might have lost, but it wouldn't have been in that fashion.
Nah, it wouldn't have been. It wouldn't have been a mile.
We would have respected.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with Fat Joe and Tony Sunshine. All I need should have come on.
Let me ask y'all a question. Was y'all mad at the Nelly record and Nelly doing Hot in Here?
No.
No.
I'm not mad at it because it's still an ode to hip hop. It's hip hop.
And at that point, we all know that was not in the verses.
Yeah.
That was
No,
just
it's
he's
my-
here.
That's just
it's my
entertaining
man.
us.
It's
Yeah.
my
Just
man.
I'm
Give me some entertainment.
I'm just asking if I'm like I said, if this is a me versus you, this is not you and friends.
This is what I'm mad
It's
at.
Nelly. It's hot in here. The nigga came all the way to New York to perform with me. If he did that,
That nigga
yo,
came to
get that
New York
nigga some
because
shine.
he came to New York because he knew who was over there.
He's seeing them boots.
You see, he went over there to get that
Ashanti look like
Them boots.
That nigga called Joe.
No,
Yo, you
her.
need me? I'll be there.
Boots, though.
them boots and her.
Yeah, them. Sheesh.
Everything about her.
Her.
That night,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And you know they called me an Ashanti hater.
I think Tony Sunshine was on stage too. By the way, I could be wrong about that.
Then why didn't All I Need come on?
I don't know.
You know, gangsters don't lie or get hurt by lies. Yeah, I don't understand what was happening up there. I don't.
Bro,
From Fat Joe.
I think it was bad song selection, and I think
I
the
don't.
sequencing of the songs
think
wasn't the greatest.
That and not being prepared to audible. You have to be. You got to be able to audible. I'm sorry. You have to. You can't go in there and say, "Yo, this is my set. This is what I'm doing."
Not against him.
Because you don't know what the other person's doing.
not against that.
You're not. Just,
Not
that's
against
ill
that.
prepared.
That nigga's a tornado. You came in there playing around. That nigga Ja Rule is fucking Ja Rule, bro.
That's
Like
my
again,
only-
I think he was overconfident. I really do. Even in his demeanor on the stage, like Ja, you getting mopped up right now, and I'm like, where's the mop?
Yeah,
I
we
don't
was
see
looking
it.
at each other like,
Floor
yo,
ain't
fam,
wet, nigga. Like for real.
No, Joe Budden. Enough of that.